Yo, what up, guys? Good morning, good afternoon, if it's evening for you. I hope you're doing well. My family and I are in downtown Kansas City, so welcome to the USA. Yes, we do have the chance to make at least one video here. Very cool that in the USA there is so much Ethiopian food available, especially in Kansas City. There's actually many restaurants, so I'm gonna visit the Blue Nile Cafe. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, letting me get super excited for one of my favorite foods in the whole world. Ethiopian food is so special. I have so many cool stories and just fun times throughout my life. Okay, but we gotta run. I see my mom waving. We have some fun first. If you did not know this about me, I grew up in Africa. So when my mom and dad would reward me, or any of my sisters also, with a meal, maybe we did something good at school, maybe it was our birthday, we would always ask for Ethiopian food. And so 2 years ago, actually, we did make a video of Ethiopian food. That was in Ann Arbor, Michigan. It was incredible, and it was also with my grandmother. So today, it's just mom, dad, Lee, and myself hanging out. Let's go visit the Blue Nile. Oh, hello. Hey, cool. We have the place to ourselves. In my house, we had a lot of cool traditional stuff like this, some wooden masks and carvings and weavings, all handcrafts, all things that you would recognize if you've taken a trip to East Africa. So I did live in Kenya, but Kenya borders Ethiopia to the north, and so Ethiopian food is very common in Kenya. Oh, okay. It's okay. Thank you for asking. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a favorite, and probably because we share from a big platter, so it's always very community. So whoever's at the house, we always invite who's ever there to come and join us, and then it's just more fun the more people.
And even this restaurant, we have been here before years ago, because when mom and dad found that they were moving to Kansas City, we immediately had to search, is there an Ethiopian restaurant in this? And so we have been here before, right?
Yeah. It's a good kind of an intro restaurant to take somebody to who's going to move overseas, because you're using your hands, you're using the same plate, and you kind of have to lose a bit of your inhibitions.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a big deal for us looking back, but I remember the very first time we did it, it's like, oh, we use our hands and everybody else is using their hands. It's kind of,
true.
What?
It is true.
But,
Thank you.
This is awesome. And then this is the
Thank you. Thank you for the gift of today, God, and help us to remember it's not really the most important thing what food is on the table, but the joy that you give us extends through each and every day, whatever the food we have today. So may you also bless those hanging out with us through this video, just by the meal that we are sharing together. Thank you for today. Again, in your name we pray, Jesus. Amen. Man, so you can see it's a special serving style. So I'm gonna taste some of these, but then move it to the middle, because all of us are gonna share. Actually, we all share all the food. So you take in your hand a piece of injera. You can see they're arranged around the outside, and also this in the middle. You will eat this at the end. You rip off a piece of this, and it really is so easy. This is part of the fun of Ethiopian food. So I'm going to go for the lentils right here. Red, spicy. Let's try. It's so warm. It's such a deep warmth. It is peppery, but it's not like bright sour. That is excellent. Lentils, so healthy. Yeah, you can notice not only is the food vibrant, it's made fresh, it's also a very healthy cuisine. Okay, next up, let's try these potatoes. I'm actually not so familiar with this one. It looks almost like a curry, right? Can see the pepper. Yeah, it's just potatoes. Try this one. Another kind of lentil, yellow lentil this time. This is going to be obviously not so spicy. Try that one. Interesting. It's almost like peanuts if you don't roast them. I love how all the food is warm, all the flavors are just literally at your fingertips. So the next dish right here, we have some mushrooms fried with onions, and I see more maybe brown lentils in there. Try this one. So this is the vegetarian sampler platter, by the way. But man, mushrooms are just so full of umami, just like a meat dish. Okay, we got 2 more over here. Check this one out. Some carrots, some green beans, and then some onions that have been fried so long they're almost like a mush. One of the best things about injera is how it soaks up sauces. Just like when you're dipping bread in a stew or a soup, a lot of the thing of a meal of Ethiopian food is that same feeling. Like just dipping the awesomely spongy, soft bread into all these different sauces and dishes. It's excellent. Okay, got one more right here. Some collard greens or kale, chopped up, fried. I love this one. All over Africa, just the greens are just some of my favorite food. Okay, so I'm gonna swap this, and then we're gonna try the meat dishes. Let Mom and Dad dig into these. Okay, so we have tried these 2 on the other plate. They're the same dish, the red lentils. Just need to make some space first. Then roll this one out like this. And then you serve. Sometimes they'll bring a vessel that's still heating, but this one, it's in a serving tray. I'm gonna do this, use the injera as a utensil. So this dish right here is called the dorowat. That is the favorite dish. Then I'm also gonna serve Mom and Dad on their tray, like this. Thanks, Mom.
Doro is the word for chicken, and then the wat is the kind of the gravy, the sauce that goes with it. So.
Okay, so that smell just brings back so many memories. Dorowat. I think of all the different colors and combos you see on these. That's the favorite. Yeah, and that red color. Do not get that in your white shirt. It will never come out. Oh.
So, Mama, when you make this, how many onions do they start out with until they just cook them and cook them and cook them? 20, 30 onions?
Yeah, I had a friend come to our house and make it. Probably 10 people. And she had a 10-pound bag of onions, I would say.
No way.
Pounded it down and cooked it.
10 pounds of onions, not 10 onions.
No, 10 pounds. Because I was like, wow. I loaded them down first and I cooked them down in slices and then the chicken. And I cooked all the way down to just serving. There are lots of onions in here.
Okay, so last but not least, the tibs. And you see, even though it is my favorite food, I don't speak Amharic, so I don't really know much more details about the language. I just know this dish right here, love it, tibs, roasted or stewed, curried, you might say, stewed meat. Also has a lot of spices that come along with it in that stew. It's just an ultimate food. The number of ingredients in these dishes, yeah, I would really compare it most closely to Indian curries. There are few foods in the world that have as many ingredients in a recipe as like an Indian curry, but Ethiopian food definitely comes close. It is so flavorful. Cumin and black pepper feature a lot, but also they have a lot of different species of roasted peppers used. Just very different from where we live, very different from, I guess, where anyone lives. Ethiopian food is so unique. All right, so I'm pouring this also on our tray, and then I'll share over to Mom and Dad's tray. When I was giving the introduction outside, I said, this is my favorite meal, but it has to be because of the memories, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
there are so many amazing foods in the world that we've been lucky enough to have. So,
Yeah, I think when we first came to Africa back in 1984, and then Joel and his sisters, gradually joined the family. Liberian food is really tasty, but it tends to be sort of a similar kind of cuisine with primarily a rice staple and then different toppings. Mostly greens, and then you add fish, and there's a number of different varieties. But you go to Ghana, it's kind of similar food. Nigeria, and don't get me wrong, we love all that food. I mean, that was our first real experience of eating African food, and we loved it. It's where we started to develop the taste for pepper and very African spices that we don't have in America regularly.
yeah.
And so I think that just kind of whetted our appetite for a more, sort of exploration of the different types of African food that was out there. So when we came across Ethiopian food, and the first time we really got exposed to it was when Mom and I visited, East Africa as, moving to Kenya and there was Ethiopian restaurants there, and then later I began to travel to Ethiopia in our ministry, and so was eating like authentically made Ethiopian food in the country. And then, our friends that we would enjoy Ethiopian food with, you become kind of what's the word? It's like it's that shared experience of this really unique food that only you've shared with them, and so to repeat it again and again and again like that, and then you welcome people into that. That's where like the culture and the food mash up, kind of overlap one another. And so it's like you don't really know which one you enjoy more. You love the food because it's part of the culture, or you love the culture because the food is so unique, But it just gets all blended. And I mean, it's kind of hard to pull one string and say, that's why I love this food. It's like you pull that string and 5 other strings come with it.
So I don't know if you noticed, there are 2 different types of injera. So teff is the interesting, unique grain native to Ethiopia that they use in injera. But sometimes here in the USA or anywhere outside of Ethiopia, teff might be a little bit harder to source. So there is teff that's mixed in, but there's also barley, maybe wheat, maybe rice. That's why this one is more light color. But I saw there was full teff injera on the menu. So I ordered extra for all of us to try. So it almost has a look maybe of like a pancake before you flip it over. And this is also fermented, where the sour flavor comes from. So I'm going to take my helping of teff injera for the next few bites here. Let's see how it differs. For sure, almost like white and wheat bread. It's less stretchy. It's a little bit more dry. I guess it has less flavor of its own. But it means when you dip into a soup, you get more of the soup or stew or dish. You get more of the dish flavor because the bread is less sour. So, Because in Kenya, where I've had Ethiopian food the most, I just associate the more rice-based, the sour injera as like my recognizable injera, but I think I prefer the teff injera. Lee, what's your favorite dish?
Lamb. I think the lamb is very good. More tasty than chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Tibs. So they do make lamb tibs. We used to get goat tibs a lot. This one's beef tibs.
This one is beef.
Oh, beef, then beef.
Did you try this one? Oh yeah, you did. What do you think?
I cannot tell the difference.
They are similar, but I think this one is
This
more.
is more sour.
Yeah, for sure.
The white one more sour. So why don't we come here than grandma?
Well, that was closer to Mama's house. And the people are from a different part of Ethiopia. So all over Ethiopia, even though they make the same
food, every different region makes it just a little bit different.
But this one's very good and the mice.
Yeah. Very
So,
generous portions.
so in Ethiopia, kitfo is a raw beef dish that you really got to try, made with a special type of butter. We don't have that. I didn't even see if it's on the menu, but it's a raw dish. So maybe in the USA, maybe not so many people are ordering that, but if you do have Ethiopian food and you do notice this dish, kitfo, it is, besides tips, I think that's the choice for me. So keep your eyes out. Hey, I forgot. So I did ask for some crushed red pepper on the side, but actually I forgot about it until now because the food really is so good. The flavor is really authentic. It's perfectly spiced already, but just to be polite, because I did ask for it, let's try. Maybe we'll put it here and dip some meat into that. Starting to get full for sure. And if you get so excited, especially if you haven't had your favorite food in a long time, it's easy to eat fast and eat too much and not really drink water. And this starts to expand in your stomach and you really, you really feel like full. It's an amazing food. Okay, let's try the chili version. It does make it more bright, but it definitely doesn't make it better. It's just different. The food is already very well spiced. It's not, I've never remembered Ethiopian food actually as hot at all, but just tons of spices. Again, I can only compare Indian food like that. It's so spicy, but sometimes not really hot, not like a burn at all, but still so rich and warm. Wow. So like my dad was saying, over all the years, I have so many friends that we have taken to have Ethiopian food together or gone out to celebrate, or especially if they've never had it before. And then that friend says, oh, do you remember the time we went to this restaurant? So it really, if you do have an Ethiopian food restaurant in your town, obviously I'm telling you, you should go there. But not only that, it's such a fun event. You might invite a friend to go together if it's going to be your first time to go. It's just so fun. It really is like a single best choice if you want to try a new food or exotic food. It is like the most exotic food, but also a very safe exotic food. It's just the best. It's so fun. In those days, I probably never washed my own clothes. So do you remember ever trying to wash this out of any of my shirts? Did I ever?
Oh, yeah.
Did it come out?
A few washings later. Good old
Omo, yes. Yes, Mom. I'm definitely getting full. I do have another fun memory. There were a few kids in my class, classmates of mine who were from Ethiopia, and whenever their moms would send Ethiopian food as their lunch, you know, for them it's their normal food, so it's not quite crazy for them, but anyone lucky enough to sit with them might be able to trade lunch with them and have a very happy day. And I remember leftovers are delicious. It's one of those foods, maybe like a stew or a curry, like maybe you have a favorite dish like that. It tastes great when it's fresh, but it even tastes great 24 hours later after it's been in the fridge. This is definitely a food like that. So I'm gonna finish this one and we're gonna take this one home. I am very pleasantly surprised. The amount of food they served is excellent. Yeah, no one is going home hungry of the four of us, that's for sure. Yes, please, Mom.
Yeah, they were super generous with portions.
I wasn't sure exactly which meal, but I was waiting to see if one of you guys would say tempoyak. Because I wonder if that was the final meal that we had in Malaysia. The tempoyak, the fermented durian.
Oh,
Oh, wow, I would not have remembered the name.
Wow. Okay, that's a lot. Where does it come from? No way. Look at that. Idaho. That's amazing. That's amazing. I wonder if that same farm in Idaho sources like every Ethiopian restaurant in the whole of USA. That's very cool. Teff grown in the USA. Dad and I are hanging out. We'll sit here for a few more minutes, and then actually we have a fun thing to do. We have a fun thing to do today. We're gonna have ice cream, and then we're gonna visit the city market area by the new city train line, which is very cool. Kansas City downtown is really fun. It actually really impressed me several years ago when they first moved here, and downtown KC is really so cool. So super ethnically diverse, super colorful. It's a cool USA city, in my opinion. Very cool. And yeah, we're gonna go walk around. But first we're gonna sit here for 10 minutes and digest. See you out there. So if you remember, I haven't lived in the USA for quite a long time. But I know all these places that we're going to right now. I've been to Union Station here in KC many times to take the train back to college. When I studied in college, I studied in Michigan. So I would come to visit my parents who had just moved to Kansas City at that time. So I took the bus, that bus, the mega bus. There's the monument behind me, the Liberty Memorial, I think it's called. Just cool stuff of Kansas City. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm here like as a visitor, as a traveler, so I'm seeing the US cool architecture like this as like something fun to do.
You gotta run across and get that other.
Yeah, they come every 10 minutes.
This is the first day that I feel like Kansas City actually equals Thailand temperatures. It is really hot today. This one's not painted so crazy colors like the last one, but still cool. Wow, you were right. I'm trying first flavor here of barbecue ice cream.
Joe's barbecue.
It's called Joe's Barbecue.
Yes.
Why do you think it's called barbecue? Because there's actually bacon in the ice cream.
This is one scoop. Oh, amazing. That looks
Normal
like 3
or
to me.
big?
No, I said 1 scoop of coffee, and this is what they got.
This is my sister, by the way.
Hello.
We had Ethiopian
Yes.
on the camera. You know them.
Yes.
Now, Betty Ray's. I'm not eating an entire cone of that, but that's insane. Bacon ice cream. That's also insane. I'm getting one of those, but not bacon. Wow. That's one scoop.
I was hoping he would.
How
come
awesome is
because I
that?
got a good opportunity
I got
to
peanut butter
get to
and
spend some time with-
pecan.
Like we should maybe come to your house again one more time, like Thursday night or Saturday morning. And we have early, so probably not good to come Friday unless we come at like lunchtime or something. But,
The cyclist part of me knows this could sustain me for like 2 hours. That is so many calories. But wow. But the part of me that wants to stay put, I could just eat this all day. That is so rich. And it's like a weight. Look at how she balanced that.
What kind did you get?
That's an amazing amount of ice cream on one cone.
I know.
Pecan, peanut butter, or something like that. Butter pecan, I guess.
peanut butter or the butter pecan?
These are very long names. But it has pecans in it.
What did you get?
Mint chocolate chip.
Now can I hold this for you? Can I give you a cup?
No, I'm okay. You taste it.
Mine's very good. After yours, you feel done. Thank you. I can give you a cup.
Sign up for royalty points.
Good idea. Why not?
You were right. It is definitely as good as Seven Senses.
Oh, it's gonna fall off the back. Gonna follow up with that. I'm gonna get a cup free.
She's smarter than me, as usual. It was a great day. Lee wants to talk to me. I need my full focus. No matter how simple what she wants to talk to me, I still won't understand, so I'll have to say goodbye to you first. Later. Thanks for hanging out with us. See you next week. Much love. Go get some Ethiopian food.